things. Alright, so, it's the Inferno timeline. No, is this like the event or the change? I felt that was coming in. It could be. It's not clear exactly. I guess we'll find out. If we're all blown to another universe, I guess we'll know. Of course, there are better universes out there, that's for sure. This is definitely not one of them. It's like the universe of just pain. At least depends on where you are, at least. Yeah. So, yeah, the rant. Let's see. So Iran. What happened with Iran back in was it April? That was a long time ago. It took them this long to finally do something. I think I remember that. I don't remember it such a long time ago. This is the retaliation from, I think it happened in April, whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It was a while ago and they didn't do anything. And now here we are. So, October, yeah, first day of October, so, I don't know. It's hard. It can go so many different directions, of course. It's not World War III, but it might feel that way for some people, that's for sure. The Middle East is definitely going to be a fireball for a while, or maybe a long while. It's definitely going to affect the rest of the world for sure. Depending on how this goes, it's not really clear. It really depends on what happens next. Not that it's like the whole world's going to burn or anything like that, but it definitely affect the rest of the world in some form or another. Kind of like a World War almost 3. Well, it's not going to be World War 3. World War 3 would be nuclear bomb. At least the version they keep selling, nuclear war and all that. It won't have, they'll have versions of it, but not the full version. So, it's okay if you're looking for an exit plan. Maybe now is your chance. Maybe. So, I'm not kidding. We're stuck here to the end. God, jeez. It's funny how the people that want to leave here are stuck here, and the ones that want to stay here are out of here. The ones that get to leave early. The rest of us are just stuck here. Be around those that are materialistic and want to live forever for whatever reason. So, yeah, it's weird how somebody gets stuck here for me, it's like easy to let go of. And I'm not alone there. And then they have we'll tap more into the event energies. It's just, I don't know. It's just, we're kind of like, it's a card game and we're in the middle of a dealing of what's to come next. Come just right later in this week. I can't remember the timeline of this whole thing. No, I can't. I'll have to look it up. I forgot the whole. I haven't been paying attention, but I know there had some skirmish. Yeah, Hezbollah yesterday. So this is kind of a big deal. So another universe. Maybe I'm getting snarky with this one. So you leave this world, for some it's paradise. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I guess you just make this place your home. And it just can't leave. I don't know what's up with this place. I don't want to be something. Anyway, you leave this world and go into spirit. And if you have like half a mind together, you probably just. Okay, well, spirit screwed up too. So I'm gonna go somewhere else. So you leave one, dumpster fire into another, and then get out of that one. I'm just putting it out there. Because all this came from somewhere. It's not just us. Far from it. Spirit world's got its issues. It might sit there and enjoy its whole nightmare existence, but I'm not talking about the demonic realm. I'm talking about the so-called love and light realm or whatever that is, the neutral narcissistic realm. It's got a long ways to go, man. Even this universe has got a long ways to go, and we're not here to fucking babysit it, or we're just here to be around its narcissistic ways, I guess. It's not the whole universe, obviously, but this world doesn't just come from what we're going through. It has other roots of spirit realm, screwed up realm. So, of course, most of your physical people or your normal people are just missing out on these, conversations. Well, they're so scared to die, but it's like, fuck, man, you leave one dumpster and you end up in another one. I'm not talking about you end up in the lower dimensions. Like I said, you end up in the spirit realm, which it's got a lot of issues. It's like you got the demonic realms and they just eat crap all day. Okay, great. And they think they're better than everybody. Okay, go be you. Then you go to the spirit realm where everybody's so-called normal, supposedly, and they all got fucking issues like a motherfucker. It's like, okay, well, this isn't this. Yeah, have it your way. It's time to go somewhere else. So yeah, I'm just putting that out there for those that are. You see these spiritual gurus, most of them are fucking nuts, and they're having a blast in the spirit realm when they leave here. It's like, it's like, so you're dishing out here, dealing with all their crap and just throwing it back at them. And you go in the spirit realm, there they are again. You gotta throw it back at them again. It's like, wait, man, the nightmare never ends. And they're probably going to stay here too, because this. So welcoming the dysfunction, they seem to enjoy it here. So, yeah, it's just kind of funny. People are scared to die. It's like, you know what? You can die and come right back here if you want to. No one's stopping you. If you want to come back here, it's all yours. And trust me, there's going to be a lot doing, because they don't believe the spirit realm even exists. They just don't know what they think it is. It's whatever. Everyone's playing harp music or something. So anyway, whatever. So yeah, this universe has got a lot of issues, and I don't know. It's not. You're supposed to trust the spirit realm, and you gotta trust somebody. But golly, man, they don't make it easy. It's like, oh god, it's like we're supposed to be trusting spirit. It's like, God, these guys have so many problems, though. Golly, man, is anybody that's not psychotic? No. Like I said, I'm not talking about the lower dimensions. I'm talking about the normal dimensions. I mean, you see some of these spiritual groups. Most of them are fucking nuts. Seriously, they're fucking nuts. Look like alien church on crack. It's like, how much drugs do they do? If they're not doing any, damn. Yeah, and the spirit realm's full of those guys. Oh god. It's gonna be a freaking. That's what I mean. There's gotta be another universe out there. There's better places. This is not it. Unless you got it. This is your thing. Alright, so let's put our comment private sessions. Yeah, we're just not saying anything there. Yeah, we have the shop here also. So yeah, if you want to go more fourth dimensional or fifth dimensional or whatever, because you can go to the fifth dimension, screw up, go to sixth dimension, screw up. I mean, just of course you can find your little corner that's not psychotic, unless you're into that type of thing, and that seems to be pretty common here. Yeah, but it's like psychotic, maybe in a way that's, I don't know, that's meaningful. they don't have that here really. I guess. Yeah, whatever. Like I said, it's weird. It's like you have like family members and you're told like they're helping you, and it's like, and you look at what they're doing, it's like, really? It's like something to just stay out. Okay, fine. They're not helping, but whatever, helping in some form or another. Which, interest. It's like, yeah, it's interesting. It's like you have family members that are mostly like there to stop you, sabotage you, destroy you, and of course they get older and they might change their ways in some form, or they're actually helpful, maybe astrally helpful. Which is nice, but still you have to deal with the psychotic. It's like I said, that's the normal of this universe apparently. Hey, it just grows that type of energy. It just not everyone's psychotic, but it has got a lot of it here. Well, you see what's going on in Israel and everything. It's not all of Israel, obviously. It's only just a few group. It's enough to cause like to burn the world. So at least part of it, at least. So yeah. So yeah, if you feel, well, there's always this your universe. Where's your universe? It could be, yeah. It doesn't have to be this place. This is this is the special. This is what the short kids bus of universes. It's like, of course, it thinks it's better than everybody. Well, yeah, of course it is. Yes, it has to promote itself somehow, or nobody would come here. you know. It's like the junkyard universe, basically. I mean, obviously there's some good parts somewhere, but this world, obviously, it's like the salvage yard of the universe. I mean, I said it's like with the thrift store, but it is like the salvage yard. It's just, try. If you don't see it that way, it's fine. Whatever. I mean, the rest of the world laughs at all this anyway, right? What a joke. They're just gonna stay here forever, I guess. So, all right, we're going to the event energies that are here. Let's see if I can just tap it before I go into spirit or somewhere astral that's not psychotic. Yeah, because we're, some of us are here. I mean, yeah, just, like I said, we're supposed to be held by spirit, but spirit's got a lot of issues, man. And once again, I have to put a disclaimer. I'm not talking about the lower dimensions. Lower dimensions, yeah, they like to eat their own shit and just wear it and sleep in it and tell everybody how great they are and whatever, and just God help us all. They're just sitting in a bunch of like piles of shit and just looking at us like we're the idiots. Sure. Have fun with that. Yeah, and just, I guess they just eat each other and destroy each other and light each other on fire all day. And I just think they're the fucking the greatest things ever fucking existed. It's like a one-trick pony. Just that's all there is. Just destroy, and that's about it. Just keep it devouring each other constantly and just eat each other's shit, basically. I can say that's your thing. Like I said, the spirit realms, obviously they incarnate here. They think they have it all figured out until they come here or some other challenging world. Then they get all screwed up. Then they go into spirit, and they're all screwed up there too. And you'd be surprised. It stays there with them. Even it's done differently. I mean, they can see it, but still, it's still there. The scars are still there. You can clear it all day long. You can't fix stupid there. You have to keep going somewhere to fix it. Like you're going to, treatment. You go to different incarnations, try to undo whatever, or repair, and it doesn't always work. You come back here, yeah, you can. You go back to the scene of the crime. This is one of them, obviously. So, and the Draconians, the reptilians, yeah, they're a small part in all this. I know many people are like obsessed with that energy, and of course they're obsessed with the secret space program, which is another mental program, another psyop. But the reptilians are a small part in all this. It goes a lot deeper, that's for sure. Probably deeper enough where we can't even bring it up to this. It's Archon's more to it. Anyway, there's areas we can't really go, it seems. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, just the fast food spirit people out there, just tell them whatever they need to know. Just put some secret space program stuff out there and they'll be fine. Enjoy your mind control. Yeah. So anyway, all right, we're going to astral realm. Yeah, just do the astral neutral without the psychoticness, and then another universe. So, yeah, so just obviously YouTube and everything is not the best for they just take everything and spin it. So we'll try to be careful there. So all right, here we go. Blessings. Grease you, God from spirit, from yes astral, without human interaction or interference. More of a cut and dry. Well, what we can say, so your events or what's occurring here, yes, is a form of a reset. We can't go into all details, of course, because you still have to kind of live it out. Like basically, you have to go through what you need to go through, and then afterwards, the aftermath, then you get more of a clarity of it all. So, you'll know where as you go through this, it's kind of like going through a car wash, but you can also go through the deep cleaning when you're releasing low frequencies that you no longer need, but others do hold on to it. Like you're trying, as many of you know, you're here to assist, but others are not wanting to be assisted. They don't want the help. So and you run it, not that the whole world is like that, but there's many that can evolve and choose not to. And deal with their, they just kind of hold on to their problems. Like you have so much potential, but they don't want to do it. So that's kind of a tricky area. It's like a squeaky wheel to some level. It doesn't want to not squeak anymore. So you're kind of going into that phase of, we have to be kind of vague about it because it's a case by case how that works. But as for where the world is going, obviously, most of the population will still be in a status of just not all the spiritual work. They're not interested. As you could see, just go into religion, not interested in all of this. Those of you that are will see some advancements for sure. Maybe sooner than you think. Now, those that have an agenda, well, yes. They say they're helping others, but you're not sure about that. So and of course, society is still going to be tested about spirituality. This is the way it is. See where you are. See if you're going to be corrupted or not corrupted by it. See what happens with all that. And where you want to go as for your soul progression. And yes, some of you are going through a lot of challenges, and it's like, it's like having a dirty job. It's like there's probably but other jobs we could talk about, but it's kind of like being a dishwasher at a restaurant. Nobody wants that job. They want to be cooking all the nice things, and might get criticized every now and then, but want to make nice platters and all that. But some of you are doing the dishwashing, spiritual dishwashing that nobody wants to do. But it's necessary. Yes, cleaning other people's shit, basically. It's kind of like that. It doesn't have to be seen as a negative, though, but it is clearing out what others cannot clear out. Let's put it that way. There's a lot more to it than that. It's basically like a soul cleansing. It's yeah. Sometimes you're given more difficult individuals to deal with. Those that sometimes can't be helped because they've had so many different contracts as their timeline where it's impossible for them to get a straight answer at anything. But yes, they might not be. Well, and the human and the higher self can sometimes be so disconnected. You can do everything you can trying to help. The humans finds a way of not being helped. So here's some advice: do this, and then do the opposite. There's only so much you can do. Yeah, there's a lot of areas that cannot be fully explained here. Well, because it has to do with how your world is designed, like the inner workings of it. That's kind of vague, also, but it's kind of like the secret recipe of how this is all done. There are just areas you just can't, even when we come into channel it, we can only talk about, so you have to be vague. It's just the way it is. Until you're out of your body and away from this world, so you can't spoil it for everybody else. Because it's all hooked into the universe. And yes, this universe has issues, but that's kind of the point. Well, it's fragments of other universes. So, as was discussed, some of you have run into individuals, or you yourself are fragmented and bouncing all over the place. So this universe has a bit of that also. Of course, this universe comes off as like a nice brand new car, but it has a lot of issues. Not that it's falling apart. It's just it's difficult to navigate. It's like, why did they do that? Why is this here? Why is the dashboard? None of this makes a whole lot of sense. It's an archon, kind of a twisted reality. There's a lot more to it than that. So so some of you might see the progression of this timeline of, some might see the extreme end of the world, and others of you will see, like, what is to come. It is a wake-up call for planet, and actually a wake-up call for the universe itself. The idea is for some of these wars to finally come to an end. The aggression energy. So it's not exactly like the Garden of Eden, but basically it's like you're removing the snake so you can finally get some knowledge here instead, because the snake is just mostly just causing mayhem here. It's blocking you from knowledge, actually. So it's like when you're biting out of now you could take this as all allegory with the whole Adam and Eve situation, but there's nothing wrong with taking a bite of an apple or anything for that matter. It's not forbidden. It doesn't know. That is religion saying that. There's nothing. So think about, you can eat all the apples you want. It's just that there's certain beings that sees you doing that, and then they create a religion out of it. It's like they don't want you to get that knowledge. So. There's a allegory to that. Adam was eating apples too. It wasn't just Eve. It's just, this, you can say what's happened. Yes, we're going all over the place, but with Eve, it's like, even though they have the name Eve, are kind of risque, you can say. Forbidden fruit people, basically. But not in a way that makes a whole lot of sense. Let's put it that way. Not really, because they haven't even technically agreed to the religious manipulations to some level, you could say. They didn't put that in the Bible, but technically, yes. It's basically, you have there shouldn't be anything forbidden, and if you have a snake walking around, I'm gonna just say that for humor purposes, just tell it to go away. But no, instead they want to be tested by it. And you don't have to blame Eve for that. It's actually both of them. So either way, it's just basically there's beings here that don't want you to have knowledge, as you know. And some can't handle it for whatever reason, as you know. It's just, but some of you do contain that knowledge. It might not be the access it, but there's things that just can't be brought here, but that's why you're here, if none of it makes any sense. And yes, you might, for a lot of you, incarnated lifetimes that just nobody wants. So, well, it's kind of like having cover, for who you really are. It's like I'll go into details of that. And those that are, you know, shady, you know, the universe knows about it. It's no secret. Spirit realm knows about it. It's just when do they out themselves? You know, they feel bad what they're doing. They're actually taking advantage of people, and those are spiritually developed, supposedly helping, but they really aren't. So yeah, gets strange there. Yeah, because some heroes might not be seen as heroes. At least somebody might see that. As for the another universe, well, yes, this universe just feels like it needs tinkering. It's a wild child. It's like the biker energy, or your Hell's Angels to some level. Actually, feels like it's worse than that. There's no real identity for it. So, yeah, we kind of one moment. Yes, the Adam and Eve. Oh yes, for the Adam and Eve. So the female basically is the one to be tested here the most, you could say. Yes, the male is being tested, yes, but also the female, obviously. Bringing a child into this world and just being put through horrendous situations. The male goes through it also, but it's there to actually help you out of it if you want help. Many females do not want help. It's like, I need to go through this torture chamber. A lot of them don't survive, but, more power to you on that. It's just like, because the feminine has a way of just really taking the soul to its limits. Males have it too, but you need someone to help you through it. And this is another reason why the feminine gets so dark and psychotic. Either it absorbs, its villainy, or it heals it, Or you can have a middle ground. You can have a dark side and a light side and mingle with both. But others are absorbing dark. They don't realize they're getting darker. Especially to see many of you that are here to bring enlightenment. They have no agenda, just here to assist and, And you can see a feminine energy actually can get darker and attack you for whatever reason, just because it's like, it sees what you're doing here, even you don't even know. So, and a male can do that too, but the feminine's very easy for that because it's a portal. There's a lot more to the details about going all into everything. But the feminine, basically, the simple version is here to get tested more than anything. And yes, they have failed throughout history, obviously. That's why you're here. Well, it's really comes down to healing the toxic feminine frequency. Yes, the male has it, but as you see, the feminine here is, end of the world scenario situations. Even if they, wore the wrong, dress that, or they don't match the cocktail party they go to or wherever it is. So, it could be the littlest things, but. So it kind of gives you a bit more detail of like they're under attack because they bring, they can bring life here, and so they're pushed to the extreme. Not all, but quite a few. Because they also have a spiritual advantage because they can tap into different realms with a male. I'm not sure if he even cares, but they aren't necessarily here to do that anyway because the male is here as a protector, and there's a lot more to it than that, but the male can access some detail. It doesn't need to know. It has what it needs to know. It doesn't need to know everything. But some of the females can get connected to everything. And that's not what it's always cracked up to be. Some of you can see that, so we'll do that. Blessings.